This is 197 weeks on HRT, and like I mentioned in my last video, Sunday I got a little dysphoric is what happened this week. One thing, yesterday night I woke up in the middle of the night and my left breast was hurting really bad, but I did the best I could with that. And yesterday my breast was also hurting, so that's one thing that has happened. And I've noticed my leg hair, the inner parts on my legs, like the inner parts right through here and on this leg too, the other leg, has less hair on it than the outer parts, and the backs of my legs have even less than the rest of it. But my upper leg, I noticed because when I did go off the HRT, my upper legs got a little more hair, but my upper leg still has less hair on it than my lower legs, so that's one thing that has been happening. But one thing I've noticed this week, with this whole area on the inside, like where the vocal cords are, it's been feeling more tight, a little bit tighter, like after like that sore feeling you can get in your throat, and it starts to get a little bit better, but still like kind of a little tight feeling, but not where it's blocking anything or it is being sore. That's what it feels like. So that's a thing I've been noticing. And right here where my Adam's apple is, feels like it's going back to where it was before, where it's more kind of up higher this way and feels a little bit smaller. Yeah, Adam's apple's still there, but it feels smaller than what it has, so that's something good. At least that's a good thing. I measured my breasts. I measured, depending on the bra I wear, it can measure from anywhere, from just in between 35.5 inches and 36 inches, in between there and 36 inches. Sometimes it, depending, 35, but the bra I'm wearing now, it was measuring around 36 inches. So, but I don't have enough top tissue here on my breasts, so that's where the issue is, with some of the bras. I'm noticing that's because when my breast went down and starting to go back up, but not towards the fullness, because in the morning before I take my prescriptions, when I first wake up, my breasts are their fullest, which is, I'm not sure why, but I noticed when I do take the prescriptions, I kind of, the hormones start adjusting. It kind of seems like it goes down a little bit. So I'm still waiting for that big growth spurt in them, if it's gonna happen. But that little bit it did do yesterday was good, so hopefully it keeps going. And with the shirt, yeah, it's hard to tell. So yeah, it's pretty much, they're not like, it's like right up through here is where I need it the most, because this bra I'm wearing, could be just the bra, but part of it is the breasts, right through, like I mentioned before, it's my white bra that has the blue stripes on it, like right here, gaps in the cups, like on each cup, it's like right here. There's a little bit excess material, seems like. When I first put on my bra on this morning, the right side wasn't doing that, so I'm thinking it's my breasts. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing this. So yeah, I just have to keep going and just do the best I can with it. It's probably, I just need to switch styles. Not use this style anymore of a bra. And the styles that do fit me the best, just from now on get those kind. But when I did buy my bras last time, it was like 6 random ones. It's like, oh, so yeah. So that's why some are the way they are and some aren't. So, but yeah, it's what I've noticed. And I haven't really noticed my breasts itching, so that means the skin isn't stretching out. So yeah. And yesterday, it's like I was debating if I wanted to talk about this or not. I recorded myself. I'm not gonna go into too much details, but recorded myself without clothes on, just so I can fully see my body, how it is now, for myself and my references. I deleted the video; it's non-existent anymore. But I noticed when I have like no clothes on, my body seems a little like, with clothes on, I'm fine and everything. I look female and feminine and whatnot. But I notice when I don't have clothes on, my arms, they look more masculine than what they look if I have clothes on. And my face seems, without clothes on, my face seems a little more masculine. I don't know why. That's something I don't like. And the thing that was the worst out of all, besides my arms, is my genitalia. That's the worst part of my body, I can say. I don't like it, because as I was watching the videos, I was like, these are the trouble spots on my body that I should try working on. Part of it's my scoliosis, making my back not look the way I want it to, all feminine. My arms looking masculine. Yeah, see, that's what my arms look like as of today. And I'm not working out to get my arms that way. So that's what sucks. Because like when I started HRT, my arm muscles went up in size, and I'm not sure why that has happened compared to where they were when they were more feminine. But yeah, nothing I can do about that. Because I've heard some people, they lose arm muscle, and I'm one of the rare few that gain arm muscle. So, but my genitalia, I noticed on my body when I was watching the video, checking things out. It's like, that looks wrong. Something looks wrong there. Because on my body, my genitalia, because I haven't had the surgery yet, it looks awful. Doesn't look correct. Like my mind-body connection doesn't connect the way it should. Because my mind and the way I feel isn't the way it actually is physically and looks physically and feels physically. Because in my, like, how the brain works and everything, like how it sends signals and whatnot, and actually how I can feel it. Says it's supposed, like, I can actually visualize in my mind what my genitalia is supposed to be female wise, but because it's not connecting that way, that's where I have the issue. And there's times where it actually feels like I have female genitalia. It actually feels that way, but then in reality, it's not. So that's where the conflict comes from. It's from all that, yeah. And if you could ask me what's the most disgustingest thing in the world, I'd have to say my genitalia, which is probably things more disgusting than that, but that's pretty disgusting. So, yeah, it's bad not having female genitalia when you're a girl. It sucks. Nothing I can do about it at this point. So, another thing that has happened, I could say, is reproductive wise, the sperm is less so than what it was yesterday. Yeah, that's how I can check to see how well the testosterone blockers are working and where they're supposed to be, if everything's going normal. Because I say, you should check your body out, do what you need to do, so you know what's normal and what's not normal. So when you're going through all these changes, you can actually see what's going on, and if something's not going the way it's supposed to, you can get it fixed. So far everything's normal, going to where it's supposed to. So I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take to get that back there. My facial hair, it sucks. It's growing a little bit slower, but not to where it was before. How slow it was growing last. Yeah, before I went off of all this and back on it. Yeah. Because I know there's some body hair grows slower and then some doesn't. So other than that, no other really physical changes. Yeah, I'm just still doing the best I can to get there. I'm still really wanting a girlfriend. I know I have to get out there and ask people and do what I need to do on my part to get one. But it's because of my Asperger's and social anxiety makes it harder. And plus, that fact I'm a trans lesbian makes that difficult. So I'm still really debating if I want to join a dating site or not. That's something I'm not sure. So, yeah. Other than that, I can tell that my body, how it's been going, is on the right track. So, no really changes in my face. So this is what it looked like. The worst, like if you look at my face from the sides, I can say, like, yeah, the side views. That's the worst view of my face is the sides, because I noticed, especially without clothes on, the lighting is really dark, like darker lighting, because the sides of my face looks more masculine than like the profile view. Yeah, which is, that's kind of irritating from what I've noticed. Um, I noticed my voice hasn't really been slipping as much like it was. So it's a little more masculine than what I'd like it at times. It's like, especially when I'm around people I know, it tends to be more a little masculine. But people I personally don't know, my voice is more feminine. So yeah, that's, I'm not sure why. When, like, people I don't know, when I talk to them, my voice, I notice them automatically, like, subconsciously goes more feminine, and people I do know, it goes a little more masculine around them. So that's something interesting. I'm not sure why it's like that, but yeah. So especially around my sister, it's more masculine around my sister, I noticed, than anyone else, my little sister. So I need to try to work on that, so it's not more masculine, it's me more feminine. So yeah. Other than that, yeah. Oh, and there's one thing I want to mention. I had a weirdest dream last night. I'm not quite sure all the details, but it was weird. It was like coming home, something to do with buses. And at one point, my dream I was flying. Then there was another point. This was the weird part. I was in a mall, um, with no clothes on. I'm gonna say this. I was in my dream, I was in a mall with no clothes on. Um, at that point, I was buying one pair, like, set of clothes to put on at that moment, like going through them and whatnot. And my body, is the way my body is now, like pre-surgery, like pre-op. That's how my body is physically now. That's how it was in my dream. And how I keep mentioning, like I mentioned that there was this girl that's all keeps being in my dream. That's a redhead. She was in my dream again. Yeah, helping me get these clothes and whatnot. So that's weird. That's what I'm finding weird, because before I transitioned, um, my body was all male, except there was a few dreams where I was female. But then after I started the physical part of my transition, I've been female in my dreams, as I am now. Except one dream, I had female genitalia, and so I've had a dream where I had female genitalia, and in that dream, everything felt so real that when I woke up, I could still feel it. Like, it felt that real. It's like, it was weird. So, but this last dream, that was weird. How my body is now is how it's been in my dreams. Pre-op, transsexual, yeah, trans lesbian. That's how my body is in my dreams now. So sometimes I have female genitalia, sometimes I don't, but it's like 99% of my dreams, it's how it is now. And the weird thing, it's the girl that keeps being in my dreams, that redhead. That's why I'm finding even more weird. Because hasn't happened like this before, where the same person keeps reoccurring in my dream. So I'm thinking this person in my dream could be, like I mentioned in the last video, how thinking she could be the one that's supposed to be my someone, my one and forever someone. So because I've had dreams where when it actually happened in real life, every detail of my dream. So this person, I think, is the one person that keeps appearing in my dreams is the one. So when I find this person or see this person, I'm gonna know right away who it is. But I still don't know the person's name because in my dreams that's not hasn't happened or anything. But I think that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's happened to any of you out there in your dreams, where it's like the same thing keeps recurring than it actually happens in real life, or you had a dreams that actually happen in real life. Hopefully that's what this person in my dream that keeps reoccurring. So that'd be kind of awesome and reassuring that things are going the way it's supposed to. So yeah, other than that, nothing else has been happening. So, and I'm still in my book that I'm writing. I'm still stuck on chapter 9. I haven't been really working on it. The reason why I've been really working on it is because I haven't been feeling up to working on it, and I've just been stuck on chapter 9, and I kind of know how chapter 9 is gonna go, but I know for sure after chapter 9 how that's gonna go, mostly how it's gonna go. But this point in the book, yeah. So probably gonna be done this year, like I wanted it to. So, but other than that, I'm still happy to be me. Yep. And everything's going according to how it's supposed to so far on the HRT. And how I mentioned in my last video, my sex drive, how it's gone down. It feels a little bit lower than where it was. So that's another big thing I can say. And yeah, having it lower, not waking up with, I could say, erections and whatnot. So that's not happening. Yeah. So that's good. Other than that, no physical changes. So my measurements are still the same. Hips 34.5 inches, like 2.5 below my belly button, inches below there. It measures 28. My waist 27. Under bust 32. And bust, it's ranging around 35.5 to 36, around there, but not a full cup size. Not the full cup size is the thing. It's not a full 35.5. It's not a full 36 inches. It's on the smallest end of those. So because I don't have a lot of top tissue, so that's where it's been measuring. So it sucks, but I'm doing the best I can. I think part of it could be my breasts don't have, it's like if you have more prolactin in your breasts, it'll develop milk ducts and whatnot, like the part that actually produces the milk, like the capability to produce milk. Don't have a lot of prolactin, so because I've heard that has to do with breast development and getting them fuller, like to their potential size, like their last growth they can get, and growth hormones play a role in it too, is what I've heard. Progesterone and estrogen all together. So getting enough sleep gets that growth hormones going, but getting the prolactin where it should be to help develop the rest of the breasts. I think that's going to be one of the hard parts, because when you're in your teens, your prolactin's higher, so your breasts will develop significantly. Then once that goes down, then it doesn't do much. But then when you get pregnant, it goes up again, but much more. That's where your breasts grow the last size. So because since we're transgendered, like trans women, and how we can't just get pregnant and have our breasts get to that final size, we have to do what we have to do to get them there. So hopefully I can find a way to get them there. I'm thinking, looking online for like how you can get, like lotions or creams that have like estrogen in it or progesterone or things like that. But I was trying to like hormonal based, and that does help because when it absorbs through the skin and it gets there into them. I was thinking of looking for something like that that has prolactin in it to help that part of the breast development, if that, or do more research on it, then look for something like that. So I'm thinking of doing and see if that will help, so the tops of my breasts will start growing, get more on top, because that's where the issue is with my breast, is just it's like through the side middle part going around like this about to here. It's like this whole area right through here is where I have the issue. If I was to gain right there, my breast would be perfect if I had more of that tissue here on this angle right through here. That's where I want more tissue the most, so more than anywhere else that's been growing, because my breasts are still more bottom heavy than anything. So I think it's the prolactin, which is usually when you're transitioning they won't prescribe your prolactin, so probably gonna have to find some other means to use it for a short time, not a long time, just enough to get my breasts, so I hope to get them growing to that, the tissue up here. So and right now they are hurting just slightly. It's mostly always the left side, this side, that hurts the most. So, and it's also the bigger side. Sometimes it seems like my right side's a little bit fuller, but it's mostly the left side is bigger, which is, in my pictures you can obviously see that. So, well, other than that, that's what's been going on, and transition wise, so I'm still hanging there. I'm sorry for all the videos that's been really months late. Sorry for that. I'm still gonna be doing videos as long as I'm having changes or things are going on with my transition. I'm gonna be doing videos, and when that time comes, I'm not sure when it's gonna be, when I get the surgery, I'm gonna be doing extensive videos then too. I mean extensive videos, and I'm gonna do a lot of pictures and documenting all this, and hopefully I can convince the doctor to probably have it recorded or whatnot, so I can kind of document this and I can put things together, probably make a documentary about it, because that would be something helpful for the trans community who are looking to get surgery for like the next generations to come. Yeah. Hopefully I can have that recorded in detail. I mean, when I say full detail and record, I mean every detail of every little thing. Yeah, so I'm going to, when that time comes, I'm going to do a video series on that, which that could be years from now. Right now I don't have the money to pay for the surgery, but when that time comes, I will come. So yeah, well, other than that, I'm happy. I'm still happy, even though I'm still having a few issues. Have been really dysphoric, so I just say, be happy to be you, no matter what that is. Even if you're struggling and really struggling, try to find that inner you and that peace, and try to get to that point to where you're happy all the time. Because I know it's hard to get there, and eventually one day it will click. One day it will click in and be there. It could take years down the road. It took me a while to, like, more than 5 years, I could say, from 2005, like when the issues started really getting really bad, was back in 2005. It's when it started getting dysphoric and all that, and this was starting to get really bad for me, the all trans issues, before I knew what was going on. It started way back when I was in junior high, but it was 2005 is when it started getting the worst. That's when I was in, after I graduated from 12th grade back in 2005. It was a few months after that is when it started getting the worst, I can say. Then it took from then all the way up to 2000, November 20th, 2010, when I started HRT. Took that big a gap. Then when I back in 2010, when I started therapy and whatnot with the therapist and getting on prescriptions like the HRT and whatnot. Then after November 20th, 2010, it took, let's see here, about almost 3 years. It was, yeah, last year, I think it was, sometime last year. Yeah, 2013, when it just finally just randomly fully clicked in. Yeah, it took that long for me to be comfortable with myself, on or off the hormones. But I feel better on the hormones, so being off of them sucks, even though I'm still happy with myself that time when I wasn't on it. I'm still doing the best I can and being the best happy I can be, but being back on the hormones and getting there, I'm happy. So it can happen for you too, getting there, no matter what pain is being caused by the gender dysphoria. You can get there. You can get there, and it can happen. You just have to hang in there, no matter what people say or people do. If it's not what you agree with or how you feel, just pay attention to your body and how you are, and try to be the best you can in your situation. Be the happiest you can. Well, other than that, comment, rate, and subscribe, and click the link down there to check out my blog if you haven't. I'm gonna do a blog soon. I can't say the exact day I'm gonna do a blog, but it'll be soon. The link is always in the description. Always.